Good evening, people of the interwebs and YouTube and whatnot. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, so my energy level might be a little bit under what you're used to seeing me at. Quick confession before the video continues. I did actually record some vlogging material earlier in the day, but as I was a bit under the weather and out of sorts, it was just kind of B-flat middle class, not very interesting at all. So I'm just going to cut that stuff out and get to the chase, okay? Earlier today I was listening to some motivational speakers again, as I do on a regular basis. They sparked a thought about self-reliance. How we can take a step forward from where we are no matter what the position we are in right now, or no matter what's available to us as far as resources. And I thought that was a really powerful thought and something that I need to incorporate into my life a lot more. And something I've been learning about a lot in the last few years, especially in the last few months and weeks. As I look back, I realized that for many years I used to think that I was going to wait around and hopefully somebody in a position of power way up there was going to find me and give me a leg up, or give me a gig, or give me a record deal, or something that was going to give me an in the industry. Over time, I realized that nobody is out there just kind of waiting around to come find me in my bedroom. The world is too busy. There's not enough time that they can come and find me. No matter how good I am at what I do, no matter how special my music or my thing that I could bring to the world is, they're not going to come and look for me. There's enough people out there in the world putting themselves out there already that they don't have to go look for people. So back to the thought of self-reliance. Something that I have to continually remind myself is that whatever it is, whether I need the better camera, or I need the better guitar, or I need the better computer, or I need the better, that's just equipment, or I need the better connections to people, or I need more help from somebody in a high position, or whatever it is that, you know, is holding me back from doing a better job at what I do, I've realized that it's completely irrelevant to my movement forward. It's not stopping me. The only reason it's stopping me is up here, because I think that maybe it's holding me back, but it's not really holding me back. And this is something that I'm learning more and more powerfully and deeply more recently, you know, in the last couple of weeks and months. Even if I can't make music today at the same quality as Ed Sheeran makes music today, because I don't have $1 million studio, or I don't have 10 people working on my song to make it perfect. I'm the only one recording my own music in my own home studio in my apartment, you know. That doesn't matter. The fact is that I can take a step forward with the equipment and the circumstances and the resources that I have around me. I can still move forward. And I think that's what's really important. I think it's not so important what the resources that we have are, or what the connections we have are, or any of this stuff that comes from outside. I think what's really important, for me at least in my career and going where I want to go, is that I can take steps forward right now. I can take a step forward today. If I didn't have this camera, which I'm talking to you on right now, because I've done video and photo work in the past, I could do it with my iPhone. Nobody would care except me. Or maybe a videographer. And even they wouldn't care, because the point is not the equipment that I capture the message with. It's the message that's being captured. And I think that applies to music too. I think that applies to so much of what we create. I think that a lot of people, and especially including myself definitely, tend to want to wait around until we have the better camera, or we have the better audio interface, or we have the better guitar, or we have the better connection to share my video, or we have the person saying, I'll pay you $10,000 to go make your music and then we'll sell it to the world, you know, the record company. I think all that stuff, you know, that's good stuff to have maybe, but I don't think it's important. I think what's important is that we develop this feeling of self-reliance, so that no matter what resources we do have or don't have, we still feel that we can take steps forward because we are self-reliant, because we can create material today that will go out there in the world. We don't have to wait for anybody to create that material. So I think self-reliance is really important, and I think that I am trying to learn it more deeply and more powerfully all the time, which is one of the reasons I'm sitting here talking with you guys. I think that I would naturally want to wait until I'm better in shape, or until I've got a better camera crew, because there's nobody sitting behind that camera right now. It's just you and me. Until I've got a TV studio saying, hey, we're going to put the Grant Stinnett show online or whatever. I would naturally want to wait until everything is set up and everything is perfect and all the lights are green before I start driving to California. But I'd never take a step forward if I waited for all those things. So that's what self-reliance means to me. The ability to take a step forward no matter what the resources are you have around you, or who's saying they'll help you out, or who's not there for you. I think it's really important that we have some people around us in our lives that believe in us and say, we can do this. I know that's so important for me. My wife, my parents, my family, some of my close friends, they support me. And when I put new material out there, they go, yeah, that's awesome, Grant, that's really cool. The positive feedback is the important part. The fact that they believe in where it's going, not necessarily where it is today. I am so dependent upon positive feedback. I'm so dependent upon good feelings from people around me. If I had even one person around me that would say, you know, it could be like this, or you know, you're just not quite as good looking as you could be, you know, whatever the problem is. If I had that one person around me, it would be so devastating to my feelings of being able to take steps forward. I think that's enough for a day of being under the weather. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a lot of sleep and take some vitamin C and whatnot. See you guys tomorrow.